Yeah! What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and today is November 1st of 2022. It's a new month, the start of November. We're that much closer to Thanksgiving and then Christmas. Guys, where is this year gone? But guys, we're not here to talk about the end of the year. No, we're here to talk about my must-have pickups for this upcoming new comic book day, the best day of the work week. We have so many things to cover in this video talking about the new comic books coming out this week. I actually have a checklist that I go over every single week so that way new viewers know what we're going to cover. And also, just in case you guys forget, here's a handy dandy list to know what I'm going to cover in these videos. So let's go ahead and dive into that checklist. And the first thing that we go over is my pull list. I show you guys every single book that I'm picking up this week. I show you guys what new number ones there are and what books that I am just not caught up on yet. And those books do not make my must-have pickups because I'm not caught up on the series, so that way I don't know if the series is still any good or not. But after that, guys, we have the chopping block. These are the books that I am considering or I am cutting from my pull list because the stories just aren't up to par anymore. And after that, we have my cover lover picks. These are books that I might be picking up this week based on the cover art alone, or they're just covers that are so stinking cool, I just wanted to share them with you guys. And after that, we have my almost top 5. These are the books that almost made the top 5 list, but just didn't quite get there. But the stories are still really, really good, and you should consider picking them up this week on New Comic Book Day. But after that, we have my must-have pickups. These are the stories that are just so stinking good. These are the stories you have to be reading based on the guts of the books. The story is really good, the artwork is fantastic, and the overall concept or story behind the book is fantastic. And I am loving it, and I am suggesting to you guys that you guys should love it as well. And that is the end of the video. I'll wrap it up at the end, thanking you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. And yeah, and that will be it for this video. So let's not waste any more time, and let's check out my pull list. Alright guys, it is time for me to show off my pull list. How many books do you think I have on it this week? 20? 22? 24? How about 26 books on the pull list this week? And guys, there are some really good books on the list this week. There are 4 new number 1 books. And guys, guess what? I'm only not caught up on 2. That's right, 2 of all the books on this pull list. I have done so much reading this past weekend. I don't know how I fit it all in because it was Jack's birthday party this weekend. But guys, I did. I got caught up on so many of the series. I am so pumped because all those books can make it to the top 5 list. All right, now that I've shown off my pull list to you guys, let's go ahead and find out what books are on the chopping block. Alright guys, I have 3 books on the chopping block this week. And the first one up is Hulk number 10. That's right guys, the Donny Cates series is just not doing for me anymore. I enjoyed the beginning of the run, but now it's just getting weird. They're on some planet with other Hulks. I don't know, I am just not into it. And I'm jumping off this ship because I don't want to be on it anymore. Alright guys, then the next book up is a new number 1 that I'm already considering pulling from my pull list, and that is Deadpool number 1. And you're probably asking yourself, why is Bruce already putting a number 1 on the chopping block? Well, I took a look at who is writing the book, and it's Alyssa Wong. I did not love her Iron Fist series at all. It wasn't very good, so I got very low expectations for this new Deadpool series, but maybe she's gonna surprise me. It's gonna be really funny, really action-packed, and really Deadpool-y. But if I take her previous work and then apply it to this, I don't see how it's gonna work out at all. And the last and final book that is on the chopping block is the new champion of Shazam number 3. Now, I am going to pick up issues 3 and issues 4 because it's only a 4-issue mini. But guys, I thought this series was going to really lift up Mary Marvel and show us how amazing a woman can be in the Shazam role. But that is the complete opposite of what this is. She's like constantly failing. She's constantly saying, what would Billy Batson do? She's just not sure of herself, and that is not what I want to see out of a 4-issue miniseries. Lift this character up, make her amazing, don't bring her down and question herself the whole entire series. It is just not working for me. I'm gonna read the whole entire thing, but guys, if this was going on past 4 issues, it would be chopped. Alright guys, now that we've gone over the 3 books that are on the chopping block, let's go into something a little more exciting, a little more positive, and let's check out my cover lover picks. All right, guys, we have 8 amazing covers to go over, so let's go ahead and dive right in. The first one up is for Deadpool #1, the 1 in 25, the Linnell Francis Yu cover. I freaking love this cover. It's so bright and vibrant with all the different color balls and Deadpool shooting those machine guns. It is just so freaking cool. And after that is probably one of the best covers of the week with the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing #2, the cover E, the 1 in 25 incentive cover done by Francisco Martina. Guys, this is a cover just of the Joker's mouth, but it looks so freaking good. If you guys can get your hands on this, I would highly suggest picking it up, especially if you can get it at $25 or under, because this is just such an amazing cover. And after that, we have Poison Ivy #6, the 1 in 50 foil cover done by Jenny Frison. This is one of the best Poison Ivy covers to come out so far during this run. It is such a gorgeous cover, and I love that it's a foil. I don't even know what part of it's going to be foil, but I cannot wait to see this in person if I pick it up. And after that, we have 3 covers for Batman #129. We have the cover C done by Francisco Martina. This is his Batman in that crazy purpley yellow costume. It looks so freaking good. And after that, we have the 1 in 25 Simon DeMeo cover. I am a big Simon DeMeo fan. Not everyone loves him, but I think his artwork is absolutely fantastic, and I'm pretty sure my comic shop is going to have this for a nice price of probably around $10 once it's released tomorrow on Wednesday. And after that, we have the cover at the 1 in 50 Jock foil. This is one of those amazing foil covers which is yellow and black. It looks so good in person. All these foil covers that Jock have done have been so fantastic. And then after that, we have another Batman cover, but this is for Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duel #1. This is the cover E incentive, the 1 in 50 Mark Silvestri black and white variant featuring Harley Quinn. This is gorgeous. This is such a cool cover. I would love to have it. Now, if I can find it on mycomicshop.com for under $25, I might consider it. And the last cover that I want to show you guys is for the new champion of Shazam #3, the cover B done by Jen Bartel, featuring Mary Marvel looking absolutely fantastic, which I wish the story inside was as good as this cover. It's just not. But guys, those are my cover lover picks. Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Are you getting any of those covers? Do you love any of those covers? Or if there's a cover that I missed that you absolutely love. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into my almost top 5. All right, guys, let's dive into these 5 books that are on the almost top 5 list. And the first one up is Poison Ivy #6. Now, if you guys are not reading this series by G. Willow Wilson, you guys are missing out. This series has been absolutely fantastic. Now, why this series is not on the top 5 must-have pickups, because I just didn't love issue #5. It was a little different from the other 4 issues, but it was still really good, and the artwork was freaking fantastic. And after that, we have Little Monsters #7. Now, this has been a story that's been building and building with issue after issue, and we're finally getting some really good stuff. And if you guys like vampires and you want to see like a world where it's post-apocalyptic and there's vampires and there's humans, this story is for you. It's written by Jeff Lemire and art by Dustin Nguyen. It's an absolutely fantastic story. And after that, we have Old Dog issue #2. Now, this is from Delkin Shaney, and I really enjoyed issue #1. I love how it was a slow build and then a big moment at the end of issue #1. I'm really excited to see where issue #2 is going to take us. And after that, we have Batman issue #129. And the main reason why this didn't make the top 5 must-have pickups is because Batman in issue #128 lost control of his city once again. He just lost it to the Magistrate, and now he's losing it again to Failsafe. How many times has Batman got to lose control of his city in the last few years? It seems like that's all he ever does. Come on, guys, write something more interesting than Batman losing control of his city. It's just not interesting anymore. So, after that, we have Sword of Azrael, issue #4. Now, this series really did almost make the top 5 list. I was even considering making it a top 6 list because issue #3 was really that good. But I wanted to keep it to just 5 books on my top 5 must-have pickups. So, this book is really good. There's some really good covers. I really enjoy that 1 in 25 cover that's coming out this week for issue #4. It's really freaking cool. Guys, if you guys are not reading Sword of Azrael, you're really missing out on a really fun book. All right, guys, those are the books that are on the almost top 5. Let's go ahead and dive into this top 5 list. Alright, guys, guys, the book that's in the number 5 spot was a little bit of a shocker to me. I wasn't prepared for this book to be any good, and boy, was I surprised. Guys, I am talking about Gotham City Year 1, issue number 2 comes out this week. This is written by Tom King and art by Phil Hester, and this story was so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. So this takes place 80 years ago, so we're talking about the 1940s, and we are introduced to a Wayne family that we do not know. We're also introduced to a Gotham City that really doesn't look anything like the Gotham City that we've been told over the past however many years Batman's been around. This is a really interesting story. And another thing that I really enjoy about this story is that Tom King has really written it as a period piece. People speak like they did back in the 1940s. It is so stinking cool. We're also introduced to this new detective that we've never met before, and he's really freaking cool. There's just so many things going on in this story that I am really enjoying. Now, at the very end of issue number 1, we are introduced to Batman, but this is in the current times, so this is still somehow tied into Batman, but the main story obviously does not have Batman because Batman wasn't even born back in the 1940s. So this is a really cool story. The art by Phil Hester is fantastic. This is a really good read in my opinion. It is even a must-have pickup sitting in the number 5 spot. Now, with the number 5 book out of the way, let's find out what my number 4 book is. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 4 spot is none other than Avengers Forever, issue number 10, written by Jason Aaron and art by Jim Tao. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I really prefer when Aaron Kuder is the main artist on this book, but Jim Tao has stepped in a few times and done a great job. But guys, when Aaron Kuder is on this book, it is so good. But the story in this book is so freaking good. Every single issue has been a banger. It's been so good. Now, I've always said when I describe this book that I have not liked Jason Aaron's main Avengers run. I thought that was garbage, doo-doo, caca. Really not that good. But guys, this right here, Jason Aaron's found his footing within the Avengers world, telling these Elseworld tales with the characters that we know and love. And issue number 9 was all about Captain Marvel and focused on one character, but we got introduced to a bunch of other ones, and man, it was so freaking cool. I loved that issue. It was awesome. But this issue right here, issue number 10, is going to focus on our Ant-Man version of Tony Stark, and I cannot wait to see it. I hope we see some other Tony Starks all over the world. I cannot wait to get my hands on this issue. I've been loving it. I love Elseworld Tales. I love the Avengers, and I love what Jason Aaron is doing with this book right here. So guys, pick this book up, pick up the trades, get caught up, because you guys will thank me. Like, Bruce, your Elseworld tale taste is so good. I know, it's just so good. All right, guys, that's number 4. Let's find out what my number 3 book is. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 3 spot is another Elseworlds tale. I just love Elseworlds tales. When you can take the Marvel or DC universe and flip it on its head, it is so freaking good, especially when it's done really well. And Dark Knights of Steel is done really well. Issue number 8 drops this week. This is written by Tom Taylor and art by Yasmin Pruti. I'm probably totally butchering your last name, but Yasmin, your artwork is so gorgeous in this series. It is so fantastic being able to open up these issues and look through it and seeing your artwork. It really sells the issues. It is such a good story. Now, just in case you guys are not caught up on this series at all, this takes place in the DC universe, but it's set back in medieval times. And guys, this is such a great tale. But they kind of separate the world. They take some heroes on this side and some heroes on this side, and they put them in 2 different castles, and basically now they're gonna fight each other because something happened. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but guys, it's gonna be an all-out epic war, and I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen. Who's gonna die? Who's gonna live? I don't know, but it's gonna be so good. And guys, Batman is like this knight, and he's so freaking cool. He's like such a good character already. It's Bruce Wayne, obviously, but it's so freaking cool. And Alfred's in it still, obviously. So good. All right, guys, that's the number 3 book. Let's find out what my number 2 book is. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 2 spot is probably going to surprise some of you, and that's what I love about my top 5 list. It changes all the time, and I love surprising you guys with new books that are just so freaking good. And then this book right here is The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. Issue number 2 comes out this week. It's written by Matthew Rosenberg and art by people who have really hard names to pronounce. So the first one up is Francisco Franciavilla. And the other guy is Carmine Di Giamdimensio, which I think I did a better job pronouncing his name than the other person's, but guys, the artwork in this book is awesome. That's the main thing you need to do. And Matthew Rosenberg's story is picking up pretty much right where the previous Joker series ended, that was written by James Tynion IV. Now, I like that series. I did love it. Every once in a while, I get like fall behind like 2 or 3 issues and I get caught up and like, oh, that was pretty good. But this series right here is a lot more exciting. It's a lot more action-packed. Issue number 1 was full of deaths and explosions and really Joker madness, and that's what you want from a Joker series. The last issue series focused more on Jim Gordon. This is truly focusing on the Joker so far, and it's really freaking good. You guys should be checking it out because the story so far is really fun, and it's just Joker-esque, and the artwork is fantastic. So if you're a Batman fan and you really like the Joker, then you should check out this series because it was really fun. All right, guys, that was the second book. That was the second to last book. Let's find out what my number 1 book is. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 1 spot, the book that I'm most excited to get my hands on and read, is probably going to shock a majority of you. It shocked me when I got caught up on issues number 1 and 2. Now this is number 4. I couldn't find issue number 3 in my boxes. I don't know where I put it, or maybe I didn't pick it up on my pull list. But guys, this book was so good. And I am talking about Predator from Marvel Comics, written by Ed Brisson, art by Kev Walker. The art in this book is really, really good. It sings Predator. It is so freaking good, but it also has like this humanity behind it. I don't know, it's really, really good. Now, I thought this was going to focus on the Predator, but it's focusing on a person, and you really kind of not fall in love, but you really feel for the person at the very beginning of this story in issue number 1. And then issue number 2, it kind of develops her character a little more. Now, I know what this story is going to be. It is a revenge story, but because the main character has all of her people around her killed in issue number 1, and now she is hunting the Predator, which is a great concept, but I think there's going to be a lot of character growth throughout this series for this character, and that's what I'm excited to see. I really hope Ed Brisson can bring that home, because they hinted to that in issue number 2, and I'm really excited to get issue number 3 and 4 this week and get caught up, because the artwork in this book is fantastic, and the story itself was really got its hooks into me. I was like, wow, I want issue number 3 right now so I can read it in issue number 4, but I don't have it. I have to wait until tomorrow so I can go to the store and pick up issues number 3 and 4. But guys, if you guys have not checked out Predator, check it out. If you guys are big fans of the Predator movies, give this book a shot. I think you guys might like it. Alright guys, those are all the books on my top 5 list. Also, we did my almost top 5, my cover lover picks, the chopping block, the pull list. We did it all. Alright guys, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, you guys have made it to the end of the video. This is where I tell you guys, if you guys have made it to the end, you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the algorithm and getting this far in the video. Now this is the point in the video where I'm going to say, guys, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notification, and smash that like button. Now, if you made it this far, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Letting me know what books are on your pull list, what's on your almost top 5, your top 5 list, your cover lover picks, and any books you're chopping because you're not enjoying those stories anymore. Alright guys, now I mentioned a video last week that I was starting to write, which was going to be my tips for ordering books online. But in the process of that, I came up with a new video, a better video, but that video is going to take a little bit more time because I need to do some research, I need to do some collecting of data, and then I can put out that video. So that video might come out next week or the week after that, but guys, it's going to be a video that you guys are going to enjoy. I promise. Alright guys, so I'll be back on Thursday or Friday with my comic book speculation recommendations video. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.